Good morning. It's Leza live on the radio, on the news, 103.5 FM KYCA. It is Thursday. Thursday feels good to me this morning. How about you guys?
We really need a new show sponsor because it keeps throwing you off.
I know. That's like music. I'm like, what? I don't think that's what I said, but we'll just go with what?
It's another 4-letter word.
We're raring to go this morning. How's Drew?
Drew's doing good.
Fantastic. It's opening day for Major League Baseball. If I had my computer here, I would have had queued up. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today.
John Fogerty.
That's right. Center field.
Well, why don't you have your computer
I
or the
don't bring it
tablet
anymore because I have the tablet. Yeah, I know. I'm slacking. I'm just going to sing the song for you, all right?
All right.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
Go.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not.
Come on.
I'm not. Well, and Matt is going on assignment to opening day for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
I'll be down there
this evening.
Ma'am.
Now, you told me that you are so tired. And so if you want to forego your tickets, I will go on assignment for you.
Oh, you're so kind.
I know. I'm a giving person.
I don't think that would be good enough for you, though.
The ticket. Oh, the seats.
Yeah.
Oh, are they nosebleeders?
I don't know. Actually,
Oh, that's okay.
my buddy got them, so
Yeah,
I would assume so.
You know what? I've gone to opening day with a standing only ticket before.
I've done that.
Yeah.
No, I haven't done a standing only. I usually at least am in the upper deck on opening day.
Yeah, no. I got a standing only ticket, and I met my brother and his friends up at the bar, the restaurant.
Well, of course the bar.
Yeah, and that was a lot of fun. And so, and then I went to opening day not too long ago and sat right behind. What you do is you wait till right before the game starts, and then you look for tickets. And I got seats right behind the. It wasn't the Diamondbacks side, the other side, the away guests, right behind their dugout. Well, awesome.
good.
I was on TV and everything. Yeah. So, but I'm not going today unless you change your mind. So let me know.
No, I'm planning on going.
I think it's a tough ticket to get because we're taking on the Cubs, and lots of Chicago Cubs fans live in Arizona. It's like their second home. So the place is going to be packed. Will there be more Diamondbacks fans or more Cub fans on hand for today's game? You tell me.
Historically, it'll be more Cubs fans.
Oh my gosh! But
I agree.
This morning I'm listening to talk radio, and they even said World Series in the same sentence as the Diamondbacks. Why do they do that to us every year?
Oh yeah, we're in trouble now.
Don't start. I mean, we've got 130 something games.
Yeah. And you got to start now?
They were saying, this might be our year. And of course we always go into every season with hope because, we're fans and that's what you do. It's fun.
Every year, everybody starts off the same.
But the thing is that when you start thinking that way, you get disappointed very early on in the season. So let's just go out and have a good time and cheer on the D-backs.
Well,
Eat peanuts.
Yeah.
my friends I'm going with, we all do our baseball boyfriends this season. And
okay.
we pick one player that we follow religiously throughout
Yeah.
the whole season. And I historically always like to pick pitchers,
Yeah.
mostly closers. And they really did not like the guy I picked this year.
Don't pick him.
I don't care. I picked him. I like him.
Oh, they don't like him.
Yeah, they don't like him.
Oh, okay. Who is it?
I picked Kevin Ginkel.
Kev. He's got a great name.
Yeah, he's from, he went to the U of A.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Yeah, he's a reliever and possibly in the running to be our closer.
All right. Well, we will cheer on Kevin Kinkle with you.
Yeah, we'll see.
We will adopt him as the show's baseball boyfriend.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. All right.
No,
great.
you can keep that to yourself, man.
You don't want a baseball boyfriend, Drew?
No.
Come on.
No.
No, we all have it. I don't remember who my buddy picked on the Cubs. That's who I'm going with. He's a big Cubs fan.
He's a Cubs fan.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that explains a lot.
That does. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're going, and that's going to be fun, and I hope you make it home safe.
Yeah, I normally go to opening day every year, but I didn't go last year or the year before because of life.
Life gets in the way of fun.
Yeah.
It sure does. You got to make sure that doesn't happen. So good. I'm glad you're going. Major League Baseball. It's kind of funny that today is opening day when they already started playing in Japan during spring training. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a couple of games. The Dodgers and the Cubs both played in Japan in the middle of spring training. Today's roster includes the Brewers and the Yankees, Red Sox, Rangers, Giants, Reds, and, of course, the Diamondbacks and the Cubs. So go D-backs. Should we bandwagon? Should we just jump on before the season starts? No, you're not a baseball fan, huh? Is that the problem? He's just sitting in there shaking his head.
Just doesn't do anything for me.
No?
It's too slow of a game for me.
Well, it's a lot faster than it used to be.
I agree, and
yeah.
I have watched it since.
Yeah. I tell you, we used to go to those spring training games, and it was a slog. Sitting in the sun in Scottsdale, pounding the beer and sitting there for hours upon hours. Now it's like you got to have a beer early on because the game wraps up in 2 hours. It's kind of nice.
Well, you're supposed to have more beers as they keep playing, not just the one.
Well, not when you have to drive home.
Well, if it's like a 9-hour game.
Yeah,
you
good point.
9-hour game. You got time.
9-hour game, yeah. Well, Google took a look at the top baseball questions that were searched the past week, and here's a couple of them. Do you guys know what a PO means? Short for put out. No?
Didn't know that one.
If you record an out by catching a ball, tagging a runner, or stepping on a base, it's a put out. Throwing someone out at home is an assist. The catcher gets the put out. Okay? So that's called a PO when you hear it tonight listening to the game.
A poo.
How much do minor league players make? How much do you think? Minor league.
$85,000.
Oh, man, they wish.
Less than that,
$20,000 to $36,000 a year, depending on the league. It used to be less. They got a raise back in 2023.
That's photojournalist wages.
How heavy is a baseball?
Not heavy.
How heavy? Take a guess.
I don't
14
know.
ounces.
No, actually.
6 ounces?
The rules say a
9
ball
ounces.
can't weigh less than 5 ounces or more than 5.25 ounces.
Really?
Yeah. Lighter than you would think, huh?
A lot lighter.
Yeah. What does an OPS mean? We know what a POS is. No, you guys don't know what a POS is?
Oh.
Oh, I know what a POS is.
Why wasn't that funny then?
I've driven one
That
for
was
many
so-
years.
Okay, well, do you know
I'm
what
trying to be nice.
Do you know what an OPS means? You're just taking a nap during the show. He comes
Pretty
in and he
much.
goes,
I'm done.
He goes, I'm going to catch up on my rest during the show. I'm going to
Yeah.
take a nap.
I got to be ready for tonight,
That's
so
right,
I'm going
that's
to
right.
wake me up when it's over.
OPS means on base plus slugging. It combines your on base percentage with your slugging percentage, or basically how many extra base hits you get. And I guess that's helpful if you're a fantasy baseball fan.
No, I don't
Or
do
nerd.
that.
No.
Or a nerd.
Well, there
I'm
you
a
go.
nerd, but I'm not
Or
a
a ba-
fantasy
or a baseball nerd either.
Right,
No.
right. And then what we talked about earlier, how long are baseball games? The average hit an all-time high average of 3 hours and 10 minutes in 2021. Then the pitch clock arrived, and it got down to 2 hours and 36 minutes last year. So 34 minutes faster on average. Some
So
go longer.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think 2.5 is about as much as we watched down at the spring training game.
Okay, I'll let you know how long today's
Okay,
game
yes,
is.
we want a full report tomorrow
Or
morning.
Are you gonna watch it on TV?
Probably not.
Okay. We all know Drew won't. He'll be well asleep.
Yeah, no, I don't watch baseball on television unless it's the World Series and the Diamondbacks are in it. But otherwise, I like to watch it in person. That's how I like my baseball, live.
So many stipulations.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's okay. So March Madness, the Sweet 16 starts today. The let's see, the remaining 16 teams play for their shot at the championship, and then the women's Sweet 16 starts tomorrow. You can catch the games on our sister station, 1450 AM KNOT, The Team. So yeah, this will be exciting. Go Duke! I'm still cheering for the team I picked early on.
They're still
in it. Yeah, they're in the Sweet 16.
What about Drew's team?
I don't think he ever picked a team.
No, that was me.
Oh.
I thought Drew had.
I don't think he did. I think he's on the phone. I don't think he did.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And he's on the phone answering. Maybe it's Jim Lamerson with our Eagle update.
Oh, we need that.
Yes.
That's important.
And yes, it is. It's Jim Lamerson with our Eagle update this morning. We've got the video fired up. Good morning, Jim.
Morning. I just thought I'd give you a quick call and let you know I checked in on Jackie and Shadow this morning to see how they were doing. And their babies are doing wonderful.
Nice.
They're such good parents, and they were both in and out of the nest this morning at different times. But, yeah, they're having a meal of fish.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can see the fish, and their nest overlooks the lake, and it's just magnificent to watch those two birds. Are you watching them?
Yeah, we've got them up right now, and we're taking a look at them. They're so fuzzy. They don't look like they have any feathers yet, just that down.
The babies?
Yeah, but we see it because Matt puts it on ever since you've been updating us on the Eagles. He puts it on our big screen in here, and when the mom or dad swoop in, it scares everybody because they come so close, right?
Well, yeah, but they're pretty proficient in what they do.
Yes, absolutely. So yes, thank you. They're growing and they're resting, and we love our Eagle updates.
Yeah, you see that one? You see that one yesterday where he kept sticking his head in a hole?
No.
Yeah, he kept sticking. There was a hole in the nest where the branches, the twigs, whatever you want to call them, formed the hole, and he kept sticking his head down in the hole.
Oh, my gosh. Well, they got to be a little bit bored just sitting there all day, every day with that beautiful view. But we did see them kind of sibling fight yesterday. The two babies, they were kind of pushing each other, and one was whacking the other with his wing, and it was cute, super cute.
Well, that's what babies do.
That's what siblings and babies do. You're right, Jim.
Do. So, all right. Well, listen, I just wanted to give you a quick update.
Love it. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye. Very nice. I have to give you guys my own personal update on the bunnies here at the KYCA compound. I have befriended a couple bunnies, and when I walk up, I talk really sweet to them, and they come out and they say hi. I feel like Snow White. And then when I brought Bubba in, the bunnies didn't come out for a long time. So then I brought in a bunch of carrots. And yesterday, Matt and I saw two bunnies under the bush. So ran inside, got the carrot, Matt. Remember, we threw it close to them.
Yeah. Is it gone?
Not too close. Well, this morning, when I left yesterday, it was still there. This morning, when I got here, the bunny was waiting for me in the grass. And then he hopped down the sidewalk to the carrot to say thank you.
Wow.
And he nibbled on the carrot. And then when I just walked over here to do the show, the carrot is gone. So,
wow.
Yes, mission accomplished.
I figured something else came and got it in the middle of the night.
Yeah, well, the mind can just wonder what happens. But how fun is that?
Peter Cottontail.
That's right. That's great. And they were mad at me when Bubba came. They're like, you know what, lady? You were our friend until now. You've got a dog. I'm like, I have two.
What are you naming the rabbits?
What should we name them? Peter and Cottontail?
No.
Peter and Rabbit? Peter Rabbit and... What? You tell me. Hop.
They're your rabbits.
Well, I don't know. You partook in the feeding yesterday. You can help out.
I just watched.
All right. Well, we'll...
Boy rabbit, girl rabbit, how do we know?
I don't know if they're
Did you
boys or
check?
girls. I can't get close enough to see that. That's a little personal, Drew.
You can finally have your Leza and live.
Oh, Leza
there
and
you
live.
go. Leza and live. There.
Okay.
Perfect, Matt.
All right. Very good. Look at I knew I could pull it out of you eventually.
Instead of the bears, you got rabbits.
Yes.
Food for the bears.
Well, I love them. Hey, this is just in time for baseball season. Self-chilling beer cans have finally arrived.
Where have they been all my life?
I know.
Great
I know.
idea.
It's a startup in the UK called Delta H Innovations. They've been working on something called a cool can. It looks like an ordinary can till you check the bottom. On the bottom, there's a power button that activates the beer cooling technology. It also works on soda or any liquid, but people are most excited about the cold beer idea. And I guess there's an inner wall like insulated mugs on the inside, and pushing the power button blends water with a mix of salts that causes the cooling reaction.
Wow, how
long does
expensive?
it last?
Yeah, how expensive is that beer going to be?
Good questions, gentlemen. Well, I want to first tell you that the size is going to be smaller, because you're going to get 12 ounces. The size of the can has to be 16 ounces. So it's a little less beer than the can looks like. But the cool thing is that it keeps the beer cool for 45 minutes. So every time you take a sip, it cools it again.
Yeah, but it's not going to take me 45 minutes to drink a smaller beer.
God, let's hope not. Even I could do that.
That's exactly what they're saying on the internet. They're saying overkill. I only need 5 minutes.
Yeah, I need a.
At what temperature, though?
Great questions. 43 degrees. It does take 10 minutes for it to get cold.
Right.
So the whole idea is like if you're going on a picnic and you don't want to pack a cooler, you could flip the switch and then in 10 minutes you've got a cold beer, 43 degrees.
I think it's brilliant.
I think
now that
so
guy
too.
should get the Nobel Peace Prize.
Why is
he
it
should be
taken-
getting something good.
Yeah.
Because that's for the betterment of mankind.
Right.
Pretty much everybody in the world could appreciate a cold beer.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't
Well,
trust
except
it.
for the British. No.
That's the thing that I don't trust.
What?
The inventors are British,
Well,
so I think it's a ploy. They're
No,
gonna
it's
take-
not made by Lucas.
we'll have to see. We'll have to. I'm down to try. You down to try?
Yeah,
we can't
of
do it here
course.
on the show. Maybe we could get a soda can. I'll try and find some. But I'm wondering why somebody hasn't thought of this until now. It's just water and salt.
How much is it going to cost
It
for
doesn't
that beer?
say.
That's the problem.
It says they called the additional cost per can marginal. They say the cans can still be recycled, and it shouldn't raise the price too much. Doesn't say how much they cost, though.
That'll be fantastic.
I
Think about
know.
this.
I know. It says they're already in talks with major beer makers, Coca-Cola and Red Bull. It takes one good idea, gentlemen. One good idea. We got to come up with one.
I don't think I've had one my whole life.
Being part of the show was a good idea.
Yeah, but that was your suggestion.
Well, that's true. I have lots of good ideas. I have lots.
It's a good idea now, not a regret anymore. That's good.
It's just good.
That makes me feel good.
You're working on marginal.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, more here on Leza Live. Stay with us. All right, ladies, when it comes to your health, you deserve expert care from people who truly listen. And that's exactly what you'll find at Prescott Women's Clinic. Whether you need a routine exam, prenatal care, or help navigating menopause, their team is dedicated to caring for women at every stage. With compassionate providers and a welcoming atmosphere, you'll feel comfortable and confident in your care. Your health matters, so trust it to the experts at Prescott Women's Clinic, number 928-778-4300, or visit them online at PrescottWomen'sClinic.com. Welcome back, and thanks for listening to Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM, KYCA on a Thursday morning. So, if you call a kid brace face these days, they might take it as a compliment. Listen to this story. The Washington Post says old school braces are now cool. Why weren't they cool when I was wearing them? They're talking about the metal braces. Did you guys wear them?
I was metal mouth.
I was metal mouth. Matt?
No.
Did you have any braces?
These tangled mess is mine.
Is yours?
Yeah.
I had everything done. I mean, everything but headgear. I didn't have the headgear.
I had the headgear.
You did?
It sucked. Okay, there's no social redeeming value about headgear.
Well, you just wore it when you slept, right?
It still sucked. You couldn't turn over. You had to sleep on your back.
Yeah.
No.
Do kids still wear headgear?
I don't know, but
What are you
hopefully
talking
not
about?
during the daytime.
No, I know. I'm not making fun. But yeah, I guess an orthodontist here in Tucson, Arizona, told the Washington Post that kids beg for metal braces now instead of things like Invisalign. He says they become a weird sort of fashion symbol. Not when I wore them.
They're kind of like a grill now, I guess, maybe. But if you remember certain foods you couldn't eat,
Yeah.
they would get stuck. I
Right.
mean, it was just, no.
Right, and when I had them, you had the metal band that went all the way around the tooth,
Yep.
and then they went to just gluing the bracket right on the tooth. No, I had the metal bands, and
Yeah.
to jam those bands on your molars with a jackhammer. I mean, I remember it to this day. Don't you, Drew?
Oh, it was. I mean, thank goodness my parents were wonderful because, you know, I had buck teeth and I was a tongue thruster. So
I was a tongue thruster.
So, you know, I had all kinds of issues. I had to wear this rake in my mouth.
Yes.
So when your tongue would hit the spike, it would come back automatically.
Yes.
Anyway,
I wore that too.
And then, of course, you know, with my buddies, they were all, you know, oh, yeah. I mean, birthday and Christmas, I got chrome polish. I got metal polish. I got never dull. The good news is I use all that. But,
Yeah.
But, you know, as a kid, now maybe the girls didn't do that, but the guys,
No.
metal shop, oh, yeah, chrome polish, all that stuff.
That is so funny.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, it's lots of fun.
I even had the palette spreader. Have you guys heard of the palette spreader? Where it's this appliance they put on the top of your mouth, and every morning your mom takes a key and cranks it, and it basically breaks your palate and then holds it in place so you have a bigger palate. I mean, that's torture. They still do that. I did that with my kids. I spread their palate too. I'm like, I had it, you're having it.
The things you do for beauty. I mean,
I don't think it was beauty.
No, that's not beauty. If your jaws are too narrow, you can't chew right. It
Right.
causes all kinds of problems.
Exactly.
I was going to say, I'm fine with having a face for radio.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy that I went through it all. Today I am. Yeah, but it was a lot, and those metal braces were just a nightmare. And I had the retainer, the glued-on retainer on my bottom teeth for like 10 years after I got my braces off. And then you'll appreciate this. I played softball with Wally Dockenhausen.
Yeah.
Right?
Dr. Wally.
Dr.
Yep.
Wally. And he's like, come to my office. I'm going to take that thing off. Because it still had the silver bands around my eye teeth down here.
Oh, God, that's hilarious.
I know.
Yeah. How many retainers did you lose?
I don't think I ever lost a retainer. I was really good because my parents let me know how much they were paying for all of this dental work.
I lost two.
You did lose two. Yeah, your parents make you go through the garbage looking for it?
Oh, no, I lost it on the football field or, you know, you
yeah.
take it out and,
Yeah.
you know, anyway.
We remember kids would wrap it in their napkin while they're eating lunch, and then they'd throw it away with their lunch, and then the whole school had to go through the trash to find
retainer.
little Bobby's retainer. How gross is that?
Yeah.
These are things.
I know. My older sister had retainers, and she got in trouble. She lost more retainers than...
Yeah.
Yeah. Only two.
Oh.
Well, and I guess people are now wearing fake braces
Oh, give me a break.
for a fashion statement. Fake braces. I mean, it is somewhat of a status symbol. I mean, braces are not cheap. Trust me.
I don't care.
I know.
You and I mean,
The
you
things
got
kids
metal
do.
mouth. You got all picked on. It
Yeah.
was, you know.
Yeah. Train tracks.
Oh, yeah. Metal mouth.
So what you're saying, I can finally get my teeth fixed
Yeah,
as an
well-
adult,
well,
and
you
I'll
can-
be trendy and cool.
Now what you could do is just get that Invisalign through the mail.
Yeah.
They send you a kit. You do the bite thing.
That stuff
They'll
works.
make it. Yes, it works. Everybody. I mean, that's what I would do today if I was to do it.
But then I wouldn't be trendy.
No, but do you really want to be Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah, at 42,
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody else is cool. I got to catch up.
you look cool today.
Yeah.
I like your
You
shirt.
like it?
I like it. Yeah. All right, here are 5 other old school things that need to make a comeback. You ready?
No.
Buckle shoes.
No.
People who wore these started America. Come on.
I like Velcro personally.
What about Crocs? You ever wear the Croc?
Oh, heck yeah. That's my mom's only shoe.
Are
is
you
Crocs.
serious?
Yeah.
Marie.
That's
I've
her-
never worn a Croc. My kids wear them.
Oh, I get her 'em
One
for
kid does.
Christmas. I get her fancy ones with
Yeah.
like padding and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cute. That's
Yeah.
cute. What about you, Drew?
Oh,
You ever wear the Croc?
never.
Never.
Don't want them.
Not
Don't
gonna
like
do
'em.
it.
I got
No.
Here's another old school thing that needs to make a comeback: the McDonald's ball pit. The ball pit was that thing at McDonald's that had customers asking, "What's in it?" before long, way before the McRib.
That's where they keep the McRib. It's in the ball pit. That's
Remember
why they only have them
Your
once
kids
a year.
would go down there and they'd come up with like French fries and they're eating. You're like, "Don't eat the French fries."
Oh.
No, they can keep the ball
pit
pit.
that's made out of a petri dish.
Yeah, pretty disgusting. Pretty disgusting.
It adds spice.
What about
are you
drive-in
talking about?
movie theaters? Now that was fun. That's retro, and they should bring back movie theaters.
They still have some.
Yeah, there's one in Glendale.
Is there still?
Yeah, it's the only one in Arizona.
Well, like anybody wants to sit at a drive-in in Glendale
They could bring ours back.
in
huh?
125 degrees. I mean, up here is where we should have a drive-in.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. The Senator Highway Drive-In. Bring
Yes,
it back.
bake Back. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Sit
Yeah.
in the back of the truck. That was
Yeah.
the way to go. You
That's
bring
right.
a big pillow.
You pile all your kids in, all your friends into the one big car, and one person drives you in. How dumb are we? They would tag your car and they'd come looking for you. Then there's like 6 people all of a sudden, and they knew that we'd snuck in. Give a kid a break, will ya?
Terrible.
This was in Scottsdale, Arizona. Yeah. And what about rotary phones?
That's a
I
big
could
thing
care
to
less.
carry.
Yeah. I could care. The rotary phone was ridiculous. We'll keep our little cell phones. We love them. All right, we should move on because we have a very important topic to talk about this morning. It's called A Ride That Matters. We have Rich Fuller and Sandra Tavares coming in to tell us all about it. Coming up next here on Leza Live. Stay with us. Right now, ready to love your smile? We were just talking about this. Well, Pro Solutions Dental Group offers a variety of cosmetic treatments to help you shine, from stunning veneers to professional whitening and more. Their personalized approach ensures your smile makeover is tailored to your unique goals, giving you a confident, radiant smile you'll be proud to share. Whether it's a subtle enhancement or a dramatic transformation, Pro Solutions has you covered. Explore your options for a custom smile makeover today at PrescottDentist.com or give them a call, 928-776-1208. Welcome back. It's Leza Live on the news, 103.5 FM, KYCA. We're happy you're here with us this morning. And I'm happy to welcome my guest, Rich Fuller. Good morning, Rich.
Good morning.
And Sandra Tavares. Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Thanks for hanging out with us this morning. You've got something really important to share. And I want you to tell us all about a ride that matters.
Okay.
Yes. What is it?
Well, the Ride That Matters is a part of the American Legion here in Prescott.
Okay.
And it's put on by the Legion Riders, ALR. And it was formed last year by a friend of ours who couldn't make it today.
Okay.
And we just decided that we needed to do something in the western part of the country to meet other American Legions and to just have camaraderie and
get to know others and ride your bikes.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, Drew can jump in on this conversation. Yep. He loves a motorcycle or two or five.
Well, we all have a few, don't we?
Yeah. Well, I only have one.
We all have a few.
Well, this is really cool. So it started last year. How many riders did they have involved?
We had 10 last year.
10 last year.
And last year it was more of just a fun thing to do. We left for 7 days, June 1st, and we went for 7 days and went to a lot of different locations. And we decided to do it again this year, but with more an emphasis on something to make it really matter.
Okay.
And so that's why we came up with the fundraiser. And so we're raising $10,000 that will be divided between 4 organizations that we really have a heart for.
Sure.
And 2 of them are veterans. 2 of them are local here in Prescott, and their children focused.
Nice. Very nice. What are they? What are the charities that you're going to be?
Our main destination is up in Bend, Oregon this year.
Okay.
And there's a ranch up there called the Central Oregon Veterans Ranch. And they bring in veterans who are struggling somewhat, and they need some kind of peace and calm in their lives. And they do gardens and ranching, and they have meditation ceremonies. So it's quite unique.
Right.
And
very nice.
that's our destination is Bend, Oregon.
Okay, so we'll get back to the charities here in a minute, because let's talk about the actual ride. It's a 7-day ride. Now, are you going on the same trek that you went last year?
No.
Okay, last year, tell us where you went.
Last year, we started here, of course, and we stopped at Grants, New Mexico, went to the American Legion there, and then went up to Los Alamos, New Mexico. And on the way, when we make contact with these other American Legions, they have riders as well. Mm-hmm. They come down and escort us.
Oh, how fun.
And so the pack grows into 20, 30
Yeah,
bikes.
I think we did have about 26 at one point.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
So one post would come up and greet us, take us down to their post, and another post would come, and then we'd ride to their post.
How fun.
It was an
Meeting
adventure.
people along the way.
And you meet them, and they're like-minded. They're all veterans or veteran family.
Yes.
And, it's cool.
It is cool. Okay, so we're starting where? Where does the Ride That Matters 2025 start this year?
Well, it starts here, and it goes up to Beatty, Nevada, which is outside of Las Vegas.
Okay.
And then it'll go up to Sparks.
Okay,
And
Nevada.
there's an American Legion Post 30 there.
Okay.
And then the next stop is Ranch up in Bend, Oregon.
Okay.
It goes over into Nampa, Idaho.
Okay.
I don't know whether I'm saying that right. And then
Works
down
for me.
Salt Lake City. And I think we changed. I've got Hurricane here, but I think we changed that and going down through
St. George.
from Salt. Yeah.
Okay,
maybe
that's the
St. George
map
going
I
down.
have.
Yeah.
St. George, and then Flagstaff
Yeah.
is where you're.
Flag will go right through it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then you're going to end here.
Yep.
Back
And it's
here.
about 2,500 miles.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of miles. Wouldn't you agree, Drew?
That's a good ride.
Yeah, that's a big ride over 7 days.
Seven.
Yes, yes. And how are you raising money for the charities that you are going to be providing
so
funds
far,
for?
it's just been people on who we know personally,
word of mouth.
businesses and word of mouth.
Right.
We thought this would be a great idea to get the word out.
Right.
For instance, I know Erica and Matt Kinsley, who's has an HVAC business, mostly commercial, but I approached them, and she had a brother who just passed. And the American Legion provides military honors for past deceased veterans. And she was so impressed that she said, well, I was thinking of giving you 500, but I think I'll make it 1,000.
Wow, that's awesome.
And there's been people like that along the way
Sure.
who have said, you know, when we mentioned the ranch,
right,
Camp Courage, I'm sure you've heard of that.
Yes.
The burn, that's one of them.
Okay.
And Yavapai County Boys and Girls.
The Boys and Girls Clubs?
No.
Or the
Big Brothers,
Big Brothers, Big
Sisters.
Sisters,
Another
yes.
great organization. Absolutely.
And
the Project Healing Waters, the one up in Colorado Springs, he's one of the people that works there is a very good friend of Kurt that couldn't be here today.
Oh, right.
He's driving down here and riding with us on the whole ride. He rode with us part of it last year.
Okay.
And so he's going to ride all of it, I think, with us this year. And so some of the funds will be going to the organization that he supports up
and what is Project Healing Waters?
They teach the veterans how to fly fish, make the rods, do all the stuff, and then get them out in the water, and just a lot of these veterans organizations just really help with the PTSD.
Sure.
Because that is a real thing.
Of course.
And we've all experienced PTSD in some way in our lives if we've been through any type of a trauma.
Right.
And so this really helps to focus in on those things.
Wow. Well, those are 4 great charities. And if people are listening, when we come back from this quick break, we're going to tell people how they can support this endeavor. I also want to know how many riders are going this year. So we'll get to that when we come back from this quick commercial break. All right. Stay with us. We're talking about a ride that matters here this morning on Leza Live. Hey, you know what? Your air conditioning and heating, they matter as well. And when your heater gives up in the middle of a cold night or your AC decides to quit during a summer heat wave, you need to have this number in your phone. I'm going to tell you what it is right now, 928-848-6224. It's for AC Medic Heating and Air, locally owned and operated. They're the trusted pros who show up on time and get the job done right the first time. And here's something extra awesome. Seniors, veterans, and first responders get 10% off all repairs. So don't wait until you're sweating or shivering. Call AC Medic Heating and Air, your trusted first responder for comfort. The number again, 928-848-6224. for hanging out with us. It's Leza Live on the News 103.5 FM KYCA, chatting with Rich Fuller and Sandra Tavares this morning about a ride that matters. The American Legion riders just from Prescott are starting here, or are there other chapters that are going to be joining you from the start?
We've given invites out, but it's a chunk of time.
Yeah.
And a lot of motorcycle riders, believe it or not, still work.
Sure.
So.
Sure. Yeah, look at Drew over there. Drew's like, I work so I can ride.
So,
right.
Yeah, that's a little tough. We have reached out, though, and given invites.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
So how many riders are going to be participating this year so far?
I think we have 8 to 10
Yes.
pretty firm commitments.
Okay, nice.
About the same as last year, but
Right.
there were some last year that only went 1 or 2 legs. In other words, they went to Angel Fire up in New Mexico to that
Right.
Veterans Memorial, and then they came back home.
Gotcha.
And some people went and met us in the last legs just for 2 or 3 days,
Right.
and that's perfectly fine too.
Right, right.
Yep.
And where do you stay along the way?
Well, this year we're having a registration fee for the riders of $40,
Okay.
which is going into the donations.
Okay.
All expenses are paid by the riders.
By
the
the
gas,
riders.
the hotels, the
Okay.
meals.
Last year, our hotels were 1 star, and we're trying to make sure they're not this year.
Never stay at a 1-star hotel.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
boy.
and my Maria, and we stayed in a room together, and I went to sit down on the bed, and it flipped sideways because there are only 3 legs to the bed. And I'm like,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
one
mean,
room I slept with my clothes on.
I was gonna
afraid.
say,
I was afraid to get in the covers.
probably
But you
better
know-
off just tenting it.
Yes.
We're quote unquote bikers, so
Yeah, rough. You're used to roughing it, right?
But you
Yeah.
know, that's what makes all the great stories.
yeah.
Right,
know,
absolutely. Yes.
All the fun things that happen.
Well, if somebody out there listening wants to get behind the ride and join you or fund it, how do they do so?
We have a link as part of the American Legion Post
Okay.
6 here, and the address is AmericanLegionAZPrescott.org.
Okay.
And there'll be a menu on the left. Just click on that menu, go down to ALR. When you click on that, it automatically comes up, donate to a ride that matters.
Okay.
And, I mentioned $1,000. Well, we'll take,
Whatever.
if somebody wants to donate a penny a mile, that comes out to $25.
Right. Or
And-
$1 a mile.
Yeah,
Like I
well,
said,
we'll take
every
$1
single
mile.
penny
Yeah.
is going towards these charities.
Right. Right.
And it's not cheap for us to do it,
No.
but
But it's for a good cause.
it's for a really good cause.
What's the goal? How much would you like to ultimately raise for this ride?
100,000.
$100,000. There it is. So any businesses out there?
He's a big dreamer.
Well, no, I mean, hey, I'm a big dreamer too. You might as well go big or go home, right?
We actually have 10
Yeah.
for a goal.
Okay.
But I
Yeah.
said
10,000 was our initial goal.
Right.
whatever comes in, we're
Yeah.
giving away.
Right. Right.
And I mean,
well,
that 10,000 really isn't a lot of money, especially when we're dividing it between 4
Right.
organizations that really could use the money.
exactly.
So we'd like to exceed the 10,000, and literally, like we said, 100% of this money does go to these organizations.
Right.
We are not keeping any of it.
Sure. So if there's any businesses out there that want to challenge other businesses, veteran-owned businesses that want to get behind this ride, they should get a hold of you and participate because this is a cool thing. Now, who's going to call on the ride? Call into Leza Live to give us updates. Is that going to be you, Rich?
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
should
we'll
do that.
designate somebody.
Yeah.
We'll call in. We
Right.
know when you're on.
Right, we would love that, and then
Oh, that'd be
you can
cool.
tell us how it's going
Yeah.
and any stories that you have
Yep.
come across along the way, and maybe you can even have a link so that people listening can still donate up until
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
end.
Yep.
Yeah,
And these are tax
absolutely.
write-offs, too.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
We will give a tax letter.
Okay, very good. Well, let's talk about. You said the registration fee is $40, and people can do full or partial ride.
They can. Well, I should clarify. I'm not sure as it's open to the public
Okay,
to do this.
Right,
We're trying
right.
to keep it Legion
sure.
veteran
That makes sense. That makes sense.
a ride.
But there are some that are riding with you that are going to do partial, or are they all going to do all?
I'm
the
not
whole
sure
thing.
at this point if there's been a couple of people that have mentioned they might go a leg or two.
Yes.
And I know
can't
our
remember.
commander,
Mm-hmm.
Sam McPherson,
Yes.
he's riding in a truck behind us as
Oh.
a chase
Support.
vehicle. Yep,
That's
support.
smart.
Yeah, we didn't have that last year.
Yeah, and you realized that would be something nice to
we
have.
needed it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I bet you get tired riding that long.
We needed it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Last year's ride wasn't full of roses and poppies and things. We actually lost a member on the ride.
Oh, dear. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a tragedy.
Right. Oh, well, let's hope that doesn't happen this year. Let's hope you guys are all successful and you raise a lot of money for a great cause and you have fun. I can imagine a side of tragedies and things like that it's fun.
You know what's great
camaraderie.
is if you contact American Legions anywhere and you tell them we're coming up from Prescott, come on in, we're going to serve you dinner.
I bet.
You know, and they have members there and they may do a flag raising ceremony or some kind of ceremony. And
we always trade coins. You know, we have challenge coins that we'll trade our post for their post, or we have.
Yeah.
They have these license plate things from their state, and we'll buy them and hang them on our wall. And
yeah, I love it.
That's
I love
cool.
the camaraderie.
And they have contacts with Gold Star families as well.
Nice.
And last year, I know they met one family.
Yeah, it was a gentleman that we went to his house in Hurricane. It's 115 degrees on a motorcycle was not pleasant at all.
Yeah, why are you doing this in June?
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't...
I kept feeling like my hand grips were on.
Yeah.
Or the heated grips were on. They were not.
Right.
But it's kind of cool to meet the families or
of
go to
course.
these memorials around the country. I mean, they are fabulous.
Yes.
They really are.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure you've seen some things.
Yeah.
Well, this is exciting, and I'm glad this is the second annual. You going to plan to do this every year?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
As long as we can.
Right. As long as you get people
as we
behind
can.
you and get some support behind you. I think it's what a fun thing to do, bringing awareness and also raising funds for these charities.
And it's not an offshoot, but Kurt and I have done the Run for the Wall for years.
Okay.
And that starts in Ontario, California, and goes to D.C.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's a 10-day ride plus 2 days there, and then you're on the East Coast, so our wives flew in.
Yes.
And, you go up and down. And it's 3 to 4 weeks by the time you
Wow.
get back. And so we said, oh, let's do a little smaller
Yeah.
thing here and involve more people, more of our friends,
Right.
like Sandra. And
Yeah.
Right.
who
On
are
the
part of our group.
on the Run for the Wall, did you have to then ride all the way back?
Oh, there's only one way. There's only one way back.
In my mind, I'm thinking I'd trailer it and I would pull
Exactly.
it home
No,
in
no.
the air conditioning.
You can ask
Yeah.
Evelyn how that ride
Yeah,
back is.
yeah, I will.
It's always fun and exciting to go, but then when you're there, it's like, oh no, now I got to turn around and come home.
Right.
It's no
Wow.
fun going home.
Right. Well, this is nice because it's a loop. So
Yeah.
Yes.
you're
Yes.
making your
Yeah.
stops and
Yes.
you end at home, which
Yes.
is
Yeah.
fantastic. And then I bet you have a big celebration once you get home and you
Yes,
did it.
it's called bed.
I love it. We're talking about a ride that matters this morning with Rich Fuller and Sandra Tavares. If you guys have a question, we're coming back after this quick break. Our number is 928-541-1016. We'll be right back. Thank you. Leza live on the news, 103.5 FM, KYCA. Thank you for listening or watching worldwide online at kyca.info. All right, we're talking with Rich Fuller and Sandra Tavares from American Legion, Post 6 here in Prescott. And they're going on a ride that matters. What are the dates again?
May 31st to June 7th.
Okay, May 31st through June 7th, starting in Prescott, going all the way up to Oregon and all the way back with stops along the way to raise funds for 4 charities. And if you're interested in getting behind this group, just go online to American Legion Rider Prescott Post 6 on Facebook. There's a QR code. You can just shoot that QR code with your phone's camera. It'll take you right to the site where you can donate. There's also a website, American Legion Prescott, Arizona.org.
American Legion AZ.
American Legion AZ. Thank you. Prescott. American Legion PrescottAZ.org?
Yes.
That's it. Okay, very good. So tell me how you become an American Legion rider.
You have to belong to the American Legion.
Okay.
And in order to do that, you have to be either a veteran, in which you join the Legion directly, or you can be a son, which means that you have a father, grandfather, mother, a parent that served in the military.
Okay.
Or you can be an auxiliary.
Okay.
And I don't know how, I guess it's a family member there too. I'm not.
Yeah, it's the same father, mother, and
grandmother.
it has to be a parent or somebody above. It can't be a brother or sister or a child. It has to be because you're parents or grandparents.
Right. And did your parents serve?
My dad did.
He did.
My dad did 32 years.
In what branch?
The Marine Corps.
Wow.
Hoorah.
Yes.
And then I have brothers that were in the Marine Corps. My son was in the Army.
Wow.
He actually gave his life serving our country.
God bless.
20 years. So I'm a Gold Star mom.
God bless you.
It's kind of why I joined.
Sure.
Because it just kept me close to the military, because my dad had passed away just a couple years before my son did. And that's all I really knew growing up.
Sure.
You know, traveling from base to base, being a military brat. And
lots
so
of sacrifice for our country.
And I needed family. I just moved here. I knew nobody, and so I found my family.
She met us, and look where she is.
Yes. She's right where she's supposed to be.
I know, and I do, and because they're my brothers. And Kurt, the gentleman that can't be here, I'm getting married in May, and he's walking me down the aisle. He's like a father to me, even though he's just a couple of years older. And then Kurt, Rich, he's my brother, and there's another guy, Rusty. They're like my brothers.
I love it.
And I have something really fun planned. My fiance is going to be surprised when they the day of the ceremony. I can't do it just in case he's listening. But I got something really fun planned. But they've all become they're my big brothers, you know, and all the wives have become my sisters and fun people.
That's wonderful.
You know.
And y'all have something in common.
It's so cool to be around the veterans and things.
Oh, sure.
You know, we also have an honor guard
Yes.
that goes and gives military honors.
Yes.
And, you know, it's just so cool to be a part of the veterans and to do something for them.
Right. Now tell me, your father served, Rich?
My father did in the Korean War. He was Navy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then you're also honoring your family member by participating.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I mean, their memory is right there. I'm sure you guys share stories and commonalities and things like that.
I know Kurt's dad was either the first or second wave on Iwo Jima.
Wow, amazing.
And
we just appreciate their service so much.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can't hear it enough. Well, this has been such a great conversation. I'm glad that you came in to tell everybody. I hope you get a lot of people that go to your Facebook page, click on that QR code, and like you said, donate a penny a mile. That's only $25. I recommend $1 a mile. You know, I mean, if you can do it, because it's going to some really great charities, some local and some serving veterans themselves, which we don't do enough of taking care of.
And, you know, we're around town quite a bit, and we go on rides. If you see us, we have a American Legion patch on the back of our vests. You come up, say hi.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, meet us. We're kind of friendly.
Yeah, and you can walk into the post. You can come into the post up here on Pleasant Street, and we have lots of events there that the public can come to.
Well, you'll have to let me know so I can let the public know. Thank you both so much, and thank you all for listening. I'll see you on 99.1 at noon.